For our project, we had decided to go to the Dallas Holocaust and Human Rights Museum. The Dallas Holocaust and Human Rights Museum is located in the historic West End district of downtown Dallas, Texas. It was originally founded in 1984 by a group of Holocaust survivors who had settled in North Texas. Their goal was to preserve the memory of the Holocaust and educate future generations so that the horrors of genocide and bigotry would never be repeated. In 2019, the museum opened its new 55,000 square foot facility, expanding its missions to include not only Holocaust education, but also human rights and civil rights awareness. The museum's permanent exhibition is divided into 4 main wings. The first is the orientation wing, where the visitors are introduced to the key themes of the museum. This section includes background on Jewish life in Europe before World War II and sets the stage for understanding the rise of anti-Semitism and the factors that led to the Holocaust. It also introduces the idea of being an upstander, someone who chooses to speak up or take action against injustice. Next is the Holocaust, which offers a chronological and geographic exploration of the Holocaust, from the rise of Hitler and the Nazi regime to the liberations of the concentration camps. This wing includes the powerful personal testimonies from survivors, many of whom lived in North Texas. The exhibits feature original artifacts, photographs, and even preserved Nazi-era rail car that was used to transport victims to camps. Through these exhibits, visitors gain a deep understanding of how the Holocaust unfolded and the devastating impact it had on millions of lives. The third major section is the Human Rights Wing, which broadens the museum's focus to explore global human rights issues, starting with the United Nations adoption of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights in 1948. It also includes exhibits on the 10 stages of genocide, providing historical context and examples of genocide in countries like Rwanda, Cambodia, and Bosnia. This part of the museum encourages reflection on the dangers of hate, silence, and indifference. The fourth section is the Pivot to America wing, which turns the focus inward, looking at the struggle for human and civil rights in the United States. This wing highlights events such as the civil rights movement, the fight for women's suffrage, LGBTQ+ rights, and the ongoing challenges of racial inequality and injustice in the country. Interactive exhibits allow visitors to consider how they, too, can participate in making a more just and inclusive society. One of the most innovative features of the museum is the Dimension in Testimony Theater, a groundbreaking interactive experience developed by the USC Shoah Foundation. Visitors can have real-time conversations with holograms of Holocaust survivors, asking them questions and receiving responses based on hundreds of hours of pre-recording interviews. This allows people to connect with survivor stories in a deeply personal and engaging way, even as the generation ages. In addition to its permanent exhibits, the museum regularly hosts special exhibitions. For example, one recent exhibit titled A Better Life for Their Children told the story of the 4,978 schools built by Booker T. Washington and Julius Rosenwald to educate Black children in segregated South. These stories, like many others at the museum, shine a light on unsung heroes and important moments in the fight for equality. The museum is more than just a place of remembrance. It's a call to action. Through its educational programs, school tours, lectures, and community events, the museum encourages all visitors to become upstanders, people who stand up for the rights and dignity of others. By learning from the past, the museum hopes to build a better future rooted in justice, compassion, and human rights for all.